Yo, what's up, guys? So, I'm gonna go ahead and just be doing a little quick video here on final selection in Slayerbound to show you guys how you can solo it. I do recommend you have a breathing style for sure with breathing mastery if you are gonna solo, and that you're probably like at least level 30, 35 or above if you're gonna solo. If you're not and you have a team, then you should be able to do it without breathing mastery and at a lower level like 20 or something like that. Let's go ahead and read the music in game and let's just get started. There we go. It was like that Demon Fall issue too, where the music would always just be there in the background. So pretty much what you're going to do is round them up, and in my opinion, water is the worst style in the game, which is why I'm demonstrating it with this. At least for maybe not for this in particular, but for PvP and for bosses, from what I've experienced. It's the only style without an actual extender too. It's just kind of crazy. It doesn't have any extenders. So you're gonna want to round them up, pretty similar to how you would in Demon. If there are any like swamps or strings, which it looks like we just got a string there, you do want to be careful so you don't get pulled. At that point, what you can do is if you don't have style, is you could try doing the block strat where you just hold block and you just keep walking backwards. You might get like heavy hit occasionally, but for the most part, they're going to be just damaging themselves like over and over like this. You just keep walking backwards, you're not going to take a lot of damage. And you see they're just messing each other up. So even if you don't have a style, you should still be able to solo if you're high enough level and you got good gear and stuff like that, just by doing this. But like I said, it can be a little more difficult if you got some BDA guys on you. Most of the time they will auto-track onto each other though, because they're such a big group. So I'm just gonna keep doing this, honestly. Just to kind of demonstrate for this first area. Occasionally, you gotta watch out for those lunges. The big guys, when they lunge, for whatever reason, it block breaks. Which I don't know why. It doesn't really make sense. It's like inconsistent too. See, pretty much they mostly are all dead now. At that point, once you start singling them out, you could actually start going in with your sword, doing some damage. The only problem is that they're gonna start getting up. And usually it's gonna be a constant cycle then of guys getting up and then getting attacked and shit like that. So just because of that, for my sake, I'm gonna go ahead and just do this. But if you don't have a style and you can't do that, just keep backing up until you make like a trail, so you can walk further back that way, and that way when they do get back up, they'll be out of range. Alright, and that pretty much clears out our first area. We just got one dude up there who I don't think got pulled. And we'll just take him out individually. That was a misplay. Alright, awesome. Now we're just gonna wait and move on to the next area. And so you can see, as long as you know what you're doing, you should be okay solo. I said it 100% helps to have a breeding style. For this final selection, the ones that noticeably been really good for me have been Thunder, Flame, and Wind. Pretty much all the other styles. They do really good. Flame has Flame Tiger, which is great. Thunder has Thunderclap, which is another really nice move for auto executes. And Six Fold is also pretty consistent. You don't always hit all of them though, as I said, pretty consistent. so you do have to be careful with that move. And Wind in particular is really good. It's got 2 moves that got great AoE, and actually a third one that's far range AoE as well. So Wind is probably one of the better styles you can use, even though it only has 4 moves, which is kind of funny. I think it's such a small radius, oh my god. With water, you really only have the 5th move here, the Whirlpool. That's got good AoE on it. That goes through block. Because another thing is you have to have really AoE that goes through block. In Wind's case, doesn't matter too much because a lot of them are multi-hit. Awesome, I think that's all of them, right? Oh, that guy not get auto-executed. Once you kill 5 in this area, then they all become highlighted. Admittedly, I don't know how many it is for the other area that you gotta kill. I think it might just be 1, and then they all show up. The move doesn't hit on Rag, so you gotta like time it right if you wanna use it on Rag. It does block break though, so even if they go for a block, you should still hit through. You also don't have to do huge groups, you can just do groups of like 5 or so. And you should be okay time-wise. So I'm just gonna grab these 4 here, and then I'll do these guys in a separate group. We'll just split them into 2 more, and that's it. If you have a group of people, you can just honestly even take them one-on-one. Whatever's most efficient for you. What I found to be pretty good is you open with this, because the block break, and you dash onto them and you follow up with that while they're ragged. I don't think that's blockable. Also, if you guys are interested in this game, it's going to be updating this Friday. Just a little notification. So, now would be a good time to get started, so that way you can be kind of prepared for the update. As for progress with the mod, we're looking like we're going to be dropping this weekend, not this weekend, the following weekend. Oh, that's awesome. And, things are coming along pretty nicely. It's just the quests and NPCs like I mentioned last time. Oh wait, I missed, bro. I still don't understand how their like stun time is so much more reduced than ours. It's just a bad design. They M2'd, and then you can't even M2 in here. Final selection for a reason is a bug where you can't M2 as a player. Okay, let's finish these 5 in a group, and then we should be good. So in my personal experience, water is the worst style for this, but obviously it's better than no style. You probably can do this with no style, but you would definitely want to group all of them together, and then do the blocking strat. I wouldn't advise it though. It's not that difficult to get a style, and it's pretty cheap. Say 5k to max out your breathing. How's that not stunned for long enough to do that consistently? Or am I just slow? mostly dead now. That was an auto again. Another thing that you can do is leave one alive while you heal before moving on to another area. And since Hand Demon's up next, that will heal. I'm just gonna move over here. One thing to be careful about is you do want to hold them until you're max. They like get up immediately. So they do keep regenning, and the second you drop them, they're gonna like attack you if they have enough HP. So I think it's better to just leave them dropped like that and stand away. So that way when they do get up. Alright. That's ridiculous. What was that range? Another thing I don't like is if you missed your last M1, you were so, like, I feel like I can't do anything for so long. Like, I'm spamming 2. That's as early as I can even do a move. This is me trying to dash. I can't even move. Like, it leaves you stunned for so long. It punishes you if you do your last M1 so hard in this game. Especially if you miss. Which I don't understand why it does that. That's just a really dumb mechanic once again in my eyes. Alright. Here we go with Hand Demon. I recommend taking down all the outer demons first, and then you can move on to him by himself. He has 2 attacks that he'll do, and he usually does them back to back. Gonna show up when we get over there. You got forced music in here. Hopefully I don't get copyrighted. I'm gonna split it into 2 sides, this half and then the other half. Looks like we don't get any BU guys in here. That guy did not get stunned by that. You can probably water wheel into Basin as well. In this area, you do want to be a little quicker though, because Hand Demon is a little meaty. If you're doing this with no style, this is definitely really struggle in terms of time. Did I go through him? What the hell was that? Oh my god, what the hell? Some dude hidden all the way back there. It sucks. The demon counts as one of these, so we got 5 more dudes to take down. Yo, the hitbox on these moves are so small, especially that one. It's so garbage. It's really annoying because like use it correctly right onto them, and then you still don't get the hit off. This move is just, this one in particular is just so bad in my opinion. It just doesn't fit. Water, just like the moves, they don't flow together nicely. It's like the style that the moves should honestly flow together nicest. That one's an auto target that'll track you. You just need to dash to make it past it. Something is he'll wind up his attacks for so long he'll throw you off. All of his attacks go through block. So as long as you just keep moving, he won't hit you with it. You could also use him to attack the other demons. That's not good. This is the second one, which will do a super long wind up and he'll just unleash that attack. Alright, we got about 5 minutes to take him down now. And my best, he can't really auto-execute you or kill you at all from what I've seen, so once you do, I mean, it's not my personal experience. Once you do kill the others, you should be okay. That one's harder to dodge. The best thing you can do for that one is try to go through his body. Or use an iframe move like that if you have it. Even if you do keep moving, usually he'll hit you if you're not dashing. I mean, if you go through his body, he'll miss it. He just keeps turning with you. You gotta time it right. I'm gonna get hit. Unless that is blockable. Never mind. I never actually bothered trying. The other one I've always tried blocking, and that one never worked, obviously. Okay, never mind. I guess you can actually block that move. Nice, okay, cool. I guess after he does that one, on the auto-target one, just dash to avoid it, like this. And then for the other one, just go for the block. Well, I guess we learned something together today. You see, it takes a while to kill him, like, he's pretty meaty. But they're just pretty much attacking his legs and just repeating the cycle. So this is definitely the area you're struggling most if you don't have style. Between having to kill the normal demons and the hand demon. Oh, let's finish him with Whirlpool or Basin, which the two. If you're too far, he won't use the blockable move, it seems. Just the auto-target one. Like he will, I guess. It has to be like in the middle range, though. I feel like obviously you gotta use Whirlpool to finish this guy off. Should I just shoot him? Pull out the Blick. Alright. Alright guys, shot. Alright, well that's pretty much it. You can see it's not that difficult to do on your own if you are high enough level and you got a style. Like I said, even with water, which like I said in my opinion is the worst, just in general, including for final selection. You should be fine. I've done it solo with all the styles so far, so all of them are possible for sure. Like I said, water in my opinion is the worst, and I just did it, so the only thing I think you struggle with if you're trying to do is no style solo, if you have a team, usually you'll be able to beat it. Even like I actually did it without a style with another dude. He had flame, not max breathing though, and we got to hand demon, and we got hand demon to like 10% HP left before we ran out of time. So like I said, even if you don't have a style, if you're in like a party of 3 or more, and the other two do, you should have enough time to finish it. So this is bugged out. The very insta ended. That's pretty much it. Just wanted to showcase that, in case anyone was having trouble and they do play this game. Little guide. Like I said, the best thing to do is just group them up and then just hold block. So it's that M2 thing I was talking about earlier. This will take just like they can instantly lunge on you. I can't even lunge. I'm holding W sprinting. Another thing about this game with the lunging system is if you lunge and you keep running, like watch, I'm gonna wait like 5 seconds. Watch this. I'm gonna click again and it's not gonna lunge. It just does a normal M1. To actually reset your lunge, you have to stop running and then start your run again. It's so weird. There's like a lot of finicky mechanics, and I do hope they fix this on Friday. It's been a while since their last update, and they're adding Mist and Tamari. But more so importantly, what I'm hoping for is that they fix a lot of these small things like this, these little bugs or inconsistencies or things that just make the game feel bad. Because that to me is more important than getting new styles in right now. But obviously, new styles are always welcome. It's always going to be fun. Uh, Anyways, that's about it. When they do drop the new styles on Friday, I'll probably make a video on that too. Obviously, on the weekend, I'll also do an update video for the mod. Hopefully, like I said last time, there's going to be more content to showcase this time. I got the pickaxe model done, and I'm just having an issue getting the ore block imported right now. For whatever reason, it's loading without its texture. Um, I've ran into this issue before. I'm not too familiar with blocks. I've gotten them to work, but it's always a hassle. I don't usually deal with them too much, but I'll figure it out, and it'll be working by the time that the video's out, so that's not a big deal. Anyways, I'm going to wrap it up. Y'all have a great rest of your night, and take care.